Junior Centre. We wish them every success in celebrating their 30 years as a full-time centre, and hope that their celebration ball on the 15th of October is a fantastic event. So, the MG Metro Cup once again this year, sponsored by Drayton Manor Theme Park, at the 16th year of sponsorship. And Drayton Manor, of course, is the award-winning theme park, the 4th largest in the UK, and it's situated at Tamworth in the West Midlands. It has many world-class rides such as Shockwave, Apocalypse, G-Force, Maelstrom, Stormforce 10 and Pandemonium. But it's also got the new attraction, which is Thomas Land. That's a collection of trains and rides for the young and young at heart. Drayton Manor also hosts special charity events, holds an annual fireworks spectacular and specialises in corporate hospitality.
Position man's favourite track is Cadwell. Well, we shall see, because the Drayton Manor Park MG Metro cars are more or less present and correct. As Paul says, look out for Simon White at the back of the grid, a former champion of course, and if his car's fixed, it will go like a scalded cat. There is the green flag signal, which means everything is A-OK. The 5 seconds board is shown on the Cadwell Park signalling gantry, and we wait for those traffic lights to switch to red, which they do. And as soon as the red light goes off, those crutches are popped, and away they go. And a wonderful start there from the 3rd row, or the 4th row was it, was Lee McNamara from the 3rd row. But it looks as though Mike Williams has just got the jump on the reigning champion Andrew Ashton.
Yeah, and we're waiting for them to come into our sight. Of course, Lee McNamara, a non-turbo car, and that obviously helped him get off the line. But they all stream into view, and it is the pole man who's taken the lead from Andrew Ashton, and it's Dunkley in 3rd place, and then the rest sweep through. Tony Howe going well, I notice, and Simon White now, where is he? Missed Simon White. Oh yeah, there he is, going up Park Straight now. He's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's already up to, I think, 12th place, Andrew, from 17th on the grid. So a storming first half lap from Simon White. But it was Mike Williams who led from the line. They're coming round through the gooseneck for the first time in this race. And it is Mike Williams. He almost spins it away, as happened to Simon Byrne in the previous race, but he manages to hang on to this MG Metro. And of course, these cars three-wheel all over the place, don't they, Andrew? The back wheel, as they come to the mountain, gets up and wags away. But it's Mike Williams from Andrew Ashton into the mountain.
Yeah, and if anybody can settle a guy, Simon White, because he is a mechanical engineer by occupation. He's obviously got the car working well. Here come the leaders though, with Mike Williams looking fairly confident, I think, ahead of Andrew Ashton and the rest. So what we shall see, through a very tight part of the Cadwell Park circuit into hairpin, which is, as the name suggests, it's not actually a hairpin, but it's a 90 right, and into Barn Corner they come. And these two, Mike Williams and Andrew Ashton, are making a break for him. Andrew Ashton has got the toe now, I think, all from Mike Williams. Oh yes, he has. They charge up into Coppet with only 2 lengths in between them, and then of course it's James Dunkley and Lee McNamara, who made a brilliant start, who's 4th.
Yeah, and well, there's only 1 line round Charlie's, but they were trying to explore 2 lines, and it looks to me like at the moment Andrew Ashton's got the fastest car. Dunkley in 3rd, Paul Ashton in 4th, Lee McNamara in 5th. Now there's Simon White. He's just about to overtake Richard Garrard, which makes him 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that makes him 8th, Andrew. So Simon White's really charging through the field. It may have been 9th, but I'll check as they come back down through the gooseneck. But the leaders already heading down the gooseneck again. They have broken away slightly, and Lee McNamara's having a really good race, isn't he? Leading Class B at the moment, just where he wants to be for the championship. Oh, and he's trying on the inside, is Ashton, but he can't do it. Doors firmly closed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is Tony Howe, who makes up a place, and then 8, 9 is Simon White. So 9th place for Simon White, Andrew, with less than 2 laps gone.
Yeah, and Andrew Ashton almost close enough there to have a go. And turned left to give their ascent of the mountain. Had a close look as though he was going to shoot down on the inside line, but he really wasn't quite close enough to do it. But there were only 4 tenths of a
That's right, yeah, and Paul Ashton's beginning to close down on Dunkley, I think. So then it's 5th, Tony Howe 6th, and there's Simon White, 7th place now for Simon White. So he's already made up 10 places. Tony Howe in the yellow car is his next target. So I think Simon White could win this race, Andrew, the way he's going at the moment. Certainly he's got plenty of time to do it, and he's got through a lot of the slower cars. He's going into Park Corner as the leaders are coming out onto the gooseneck. So that's the gap he's got to make up if he's going to win this race. So, and it is a heck of a battle. Ashton tries on the left-hand side into Mansfield, tries on the right-hand side, but he doesn't do it. I don't think there's any way past there at the moment. So, but he's absolutely on his tail into the mountain, Andrew. But Mike Williams brakes first. I think he's just going to hold on.
Yeah, he will just hold on. But whereas Andrew Ashton wasn't quite so close at the end of the second lap, he's right with him again, isn't he, as they go into Hall Bend and don't discount James Dunkley. And as you say, Paul, Simon White aiming the end of the second lap. Let's see how much more progress he can make. His next target would be the 19th car. Let's see if he's managed to do that. Here come the leaders then, out of Barn Corner. And it is true, I think, that Mike Williams is a little bit better, or his car is a little bit better around hairpin and Barn Corner than that of Andrew Ashton. But Andrew Ashton's got a fair turn of speed. It's a new best lap. Andrew Ashton, 1 minute 49.22. And the gap is only 0.6 of a second. Wow. And Simon White is up to 7th place, right on the tail of Tony Howe.
That's right. So Paul Ashton comes through in 4th place. Then 5th place is the orange car of Lee McNamara. Then it's Tony Howe, and then it's Simon White. Now Simon's going to get Howe and McNamara, I think, on this lap, and then he's going to have some more clear track in front of him. Tony Howe's trying to overtake Lee McNamara at the moment, although of course that's somebody's engine or something's gone violently wrong just here. It's the number 12 car looking down the grid. 12, number 12, Ian Patterson's car. Expired, I think, in front of us, but yeah, he's pulled off and he's having a look under the bonnet, Andrew, so not a happy day for Ian Patterson.
Yeah, he was 9th, so he'll be very disappointed. Leaders, though, out of Mansfield Corner into the mountain, and I think Andrew Ashton to once again get right on his tail. Yes, I think that was a small mistake. Whether it was a missed gear, I'm not sure, or whether it was just one of those things. But a very tiny error by Mike Williams allowed Andrew Ashton right on his tail. But don't forget that Mike Williams is very, very strong indeed through hairpin and Barn Corner, but not strong enough, because look, they're closer than they've been in a long time. Only about a length and a half in it. And there's no doubt about it that Andrew Ashton has took the toe now from Mike Williams. That is to say, he's being dragged along in the slipstream of the number 28 Mike Williams car. Through Coppice to start lap 5, and it's closer than ever.
Yeah, from my view it looked like one Metro, and it still looks like one Metro as they come into Charlie and onto Park Straight, but Mike Williams hugging that inside line. Now Andrew Ashton's only a millimetre away from his back bumper, but Mike Williams gets a good run onto Park Straight. He's doing what the Metros did earlier. If you occupy the middle of Park Straight, it's very, very difficult for anybody to overtake you, because there really isn't, even for a Metro, there isn't room for a Metro either side, as Simon White is right on the tail of Tony Howe now. He's overtaken Lee McNamara, so Simon White's about to make up another place as the leaders head for the gooseneck. Side by side now, is Ashton going to do it this time? They come into view and he hasn't. Mike Williams has hung on, but Ashton's doing everything. He's going down the right hand side, down into Mansfield, but he can't do it from there. He has to brake and yield to Mike Williams. Now they're heading down towards the mountain. They come back into my sights, and Mike Williams is just hanging on. Ashton's going to have another go into the mountain, Andrew, but I don't think he can do it.
Yeah, he tried to poke his nose, if you'll pardon the expression, down the inside line, jumping into the mountain. Andrew Ashton, as close as he's been really behind the blue 28 car as they go into Hall Bend, and all the while this is going on, of course, it's allowing James Dunkley in 3rd place to close up. And then, of course, Paul Ashton 4th, Tony Howe 5th, Simon White in 6th place. They were, last time I saw them, with Simon White how far behind? Just 3/4 of a second now.
Ashton, they're touching, Andrew, sorry Andrew, but Ashton was actually touching there. He was pushing Mike Williams along straight, but he managed to, it was only an instantaneous piece of contact, oh no, Tony Howe's had a big spin. Oh dear, and Lee McNamara's had to take to the grass, and Simon White's had to take to the grass. So that's worked in favour of number 96, which is Dave Javes, isn't it? So that's a real sad thing for Simon White's charge through the field. He and Tony Howe get going again, but they've lost a lot of time now, and there's the leaders once more duelling downhill. There's a lot to watch up here, so sadly my prediction for Simon White's not going to come true. It wasn't his doing, I don't think. I think Tony Howe just lost it, but there's Ashton's going for it at the mountain this time, Andrew. He's got the right hand side.
Yes, just a little bit too late for the mountain. Slid a bit wide, the car understeered wide off the line, and Andrew Ashton says, yeah, we'll take place, I'll have a bit of that, and was through, but he was side by side going into all bends, so hell of a no-no. What the position is going to be at the end of this lap? Well, the position is that the current champion, Andrew Ashton, is indeed in the lead, as they pass one of the slower cars, which is in trouble, and 4/10 separates Andrew from Mike Williams now, and Dunkley's right with him, so three to the lead because James Dunkley's right with them.
That's right, wave blue flags here for one of the back markers to move over, and we, as you rightly say Andrew, we've now got a three-car battle for the lead. Now, has Andrew Ashton routed his tyres in doing that? Because we've still got Paul Ashton in 4th place, 5th place is now a distant gap after all that shenanigan on the previous lap. Dave James in the orange car who's now occupying that, and then I think it's Lee McNamara who had to take a huge amount of avoiding action. Yes, it is Lee McNamara. He kangarooed across the grass, but he's still got that Class B lead, I think, and Tony Howe and Simon White going again, but right down around the end of the top 10 now. But looking across, they're down the gooseneck, off towards the mountain again, Andrew, and Ashton, Andrew Ashton has held on this time from Mike Williams, but Dunkley's right up with them.
Yeah,